let's welcome in the CFO, Neetika Suryanwanshi. Firstly, ma'am, I'm sorry I'm asking you this question, but how do we pronounce the name of the company? Is it Pakka Limited or Pakka Limited?
We call it Pakka Limited, but even Pakka works good. It's a good connotation for the organization, so it's all good.
Right. Okay, the first question then that would be from my side is, what does this path of $1 billion that you have by 2030 look like, and which segments will be the main growth engines for this target that you have?
I think overall the packaging industry, if we look at packaging as a whole, we are looking at it as a very sunrise sector. It is driven by demands specifically from the food, from e-commerce, and also from consumer electronics. So I think in terms of the demand, there's a strong pull. So I would call it a sunrise sector, and this is why we are aiming for this kind of growth. And we have our ammunition ready. We are investing on R&D, on innovations. There are new products, as Mahima also mentioned. So there are new things that are coming in, and we are quite hopeful about taking things forward in the same direction. The industry overall is looking at a double-digit growth, and I think that further fillets our belief in the entire thing.
And with this strong growth that you're outlooking or seeing going forward, how are you managing the margin volatility, given the fact that you will be scaling up exports, quick commerce? So there would be some margin volatility as well. How do you manage that, and what is the kind of margin guidance that you could give us?
So in terms of what we've been doing in the past, I think we would be carrying that entire zeal of cost management efficiently at our side. This is what we've been driven by. If you look at the trend that we have maintained, we've focused more on production efficiency, cost efficiency, to be able to improve our margins or even sustain them in difficult times. And this is what we keep going. We would want to keep doing and taking this forward. That comes not just from the machine-related efficiencies, but we look at it from the whole chain of inventory management, where to source, when to source, how to stock, till the time the payments are realized. So it's more related to cost efficiencies that we would focus on.
And any guidance on the margin number, ma'am?
I think we would rather say that we would be striving towards improving even our past records, and that's all that I can say for now.
Okay. When it comes to the B2C segment revenue that have doubled in the last 6 months, what's driving this traction? And if you look at the category expansion, is it category expansion or better distribution?
It is actually both. When I say distribution, yes, we've increased our geographies. When we say category expansion, we have definitely added some new product lines even to the B2C. So we are driving it both ways, and we are, as in this is expected to continue going forward.
Right.
As a note, I would say is a consumer-oriented product needs to be accessible wherever the consumer is. So B2C provides a very quick answer to that in terms of efficiency related to availability at the right time at the right place. So I think that would continue.
And when it comes to the new ancillary product range like cups, cutleries and clamshells, how quickly can you scale this up to a double-digit revenue contribution, say, going forward? So how much time will it take for that?
So we are not depending only on what we can do or investing heavily on capexes that we can handle. We are also looking at collaborations with partners who are as capable as we are. And we are looking at outsourcing some of these products. And that's how we are planning to scale it up till it reaches a level when we are ready with our own facilities, and then those kind of shifts.
The project Jagriti, around 675 crore is the capital expenditure outlay that you have given for this project. What are the critical execution risks that you could foresee over the next, say, 12 months?
I think I don't see any risks going forward. I think we've had our tough times behind us, where it was more about collaborating with the financial institutions, getting things in order, placing the orders for the products, etc., etc. I think we've already done our phased implementation. So I think there is no more risk that I foresee. Plus, I think the team is quite experienced. We've learned from our mistakes during the last projects that we did. I think we are, this is where we are now, and it is just an upward movement from here, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
And when it comes to the Guatemala project, why the phased approach here? And is funding ready for all the 3 stages that you have planned?
We are in talks in terms of funding, hopeful, and the discussions are ongoing as we speak even now. In terms of phasing it out, the idea was just that we wanted to have Jagriti in place first. So we would want to have all our resources in terms of time, money, people devoted only to one single project to be able to achieve it within the timelines, and then maybe focus there. So as a parallel, what we are doing is that we are installing a small capacity so that we can handle it well. And once Jagriti is up and running, we will start expansions there.
And ma'am, given the fact that you have such major expansion and major capital expenditure plan, what about the debt scenario? What is the current debt? Where do you see that peaking? And what is the deleveraging plan that you have currently?
So I think what Mahima mentioned is correct. There is a certain escalation in the project that we already announced in our last board meeting. Financial tie-ups in place and ongoing discussions for that. In terms of what we are looking at from that project is basically a very niche product that we are coming up with, which is basically a substitution of plastic and metal-based flexible packaging to a packaging which removes both these layers. So it's a patented product that we will be coming up with, a very beautiful answer to whatever we see today in terms of flexible packaging. And I think the market value of the product would be much higher than what we are dealing with at present. So the revenue growth and the margin generation would be good enough to cover our debt servicing as well as the term loan repayments. We don't see any risk there at all.
Right. You're aiming to increase your market share to 10 to 15% from 1.5% currently. What is the biggest bottleneck today? Is it capacity, distribution, or customer awareness?
I think I would not say customer awareness. I think we are quite well adapted with what the customer requirements are. I think it's more about the reach, and that's what we are planning to do. We are definitely also planning to increase the bouquet of products, and that's how I think we will be able to increase that market share.
And lastly, ma'am, just wanted to understand how sticky are these institutional wins like Compass, Sodexo, Mahakumbh? Are these recurring or just project-based?
These are project-based, but then they lead to a lot of expansion in the demand because the awareness level is multifold. As in, there is so much that we can do with, say, placing an ad or placing a collateral on a YouTube or a LinkedIn kind of a media. But this is like mass awareness of what we are doing, and also a lot of education that happens in the same time. So sustainable packaging is something that has actually gotten a lot of attention in the recent past. But then there is still more to learn. There are still more new applications that are coming in. So I think those kind of events provide that kind of a platform where the incremental awareness and education is multiple.